up the guitar, a lot of times they want to play chords and play songs they care about. Now, last week I was working with one of my students, her name is Nina, and I brought her a song, a little progression, and she was really struggling to actually shift between the chords. Now, she knew the chords, and I know she knew the chords. I know you know it. But the problem was that switching between these chords in time was really hard. And I remember working with her, and I'd show her this kind of trick. It's not a trick. It's a really, really, maybe one of the best exercises there are out there. And we worked on that for a couple of minutes, literally, and she just nailed it. So I figured, how cool would it be to bring it to you guys? Because a lot of us play chords, a lot of us play songs, some of us write songs, create music, and sometimes switching between the chords is a big deal. So I want to solve this right now, right here. Let's do it. Before I'm showing you the solution, I just want to zoom out and think about this information. So when I'm learning a piece of information, I have 4 steps that I'm doing. First, I want to understand the information. Second, I want to play it in time. Third, I want to hear the progression. I want to hear the chords. And 4, I want to feel, literally open my heart and feel the sounds. Now, I'll explain each one, but let's do the first one. So the chords that I showed her were E flat major, B flat first inversion, and then A flat first inversion. So if you're thinking about a center, we're in the key of E flat. So this is the 1 chord, home bass, tonic, and then this is the 5 chord, first inversion, and this is the 4 chord, first inversion. Sounds really nice, and you can always add more sounds later. But first thing first, let's understand the information. So 1, 5 first inversion, and 4 first inversion. Now, she was trying to play these chords in time, and she knows the shapes, but it didn't really work out. So I was like, kind of like, what's happening here? And what happened was, the main problem was that the switching between these 2 chords was a little hard because it was a new shape. But the trick here is not holding onto this chord for 4 beats. And this is what a lot of people do when they learn a new shape. They kind of hang on this, whatever shape they're working with, until the next chord, and then they mess up the downbeat. So the downbeat, the beat 1, if you will, is a sacred place that we want to really, really make sure we nail. So the first step when you're learning new shapes, when you're writing a song or working with this mini song that I brought here, what you want to do is basically play only the ones. So literally play 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, and you have time 3, 4, 1. Now, of course, in this time, you're not supposed to just move your hand in the air. What you want to do is play the first chord, then imagine and start visualizing the shape of the next chord. So you play the 1 and you let go of the fingerboard, or you're not holding it for 4 beats because you want to assemble and have your fingers shape ready for the next chord to hit downbeat. Please hit, smash, lick, click the like button. Thanks. And subscribe. Thank you. So this first step sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, the next step for that is holding onto the chords a little longer. Now, of course, if these shapes are easy for you and you know them, it's fine. You can do it with, more complex shapes, whatever shapes you don't know that are not comfortable at the moment, right? You can work on these shapes. It doesn't matter really the shape of information. What we care about and what I want to kind of talk about is how to learn quicker and how to learn faster the information that you care about. All right. So now, this step, what we're doing is basically hold the chord for 2 beats. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Right? So I have this loop that I keep doing, and the time, the rhythm, and kind of nailing beat 1 is very, very important. For that, I also really, really like using the metronome or loop. So I'm going to do the same thing exactly with a loop. So a lot of times when you work on rhythm, you want to have this kind of check, and also it's really fun to have a groove and lock in. So let's do that. 1, 2, 3. 1, figuring it out. 1. Top again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then once I get a little more comfortable with that, I can try and hold it for the full, or maybe 3 beats. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and 1. So you understand how to start shifting it. Now, if you practice any chord progression, any shape, slow enough, in time, you will be amazed at how quickly you can learn that piece of information. So we look at these shapes, we start listening to that, but now I want to also hear the progression. So we said understanding, playing in time, and we'll talk a little bit more about playing in time, and then hearing. So we're in the third step here. So E flat, E to C in the bass. If you like music and guitar and excited about learning, I'm doing a crazy Black Friday sale. This is the link. Check it out before it's too late. I'll see you there. So we have this descending motion in the bass. Da, da, da. Really beautiful. Da, da, da. And it's so cool that when we just pay attention to something, it becomes even more beautiful, right? It's like taking a picture of the sunset, and all of a sudden it's even more beautiful. So Mi bemol, E flat, D, C. Okay, so this is the bass motion, but this is not telling us the whole story, because I was saying that the chords are 1, 5, and 4. So I'm gonna sing the root for a second, just so we feel the root motion and basically the progression itself. Mi bemol, Si bemol, La bemol. Again, E flat, B flat, A flat. I'm just singing those bass notes because I want to hear and feel even in a stronger way the progression of 1, 5, and 4. Go back to the bass motion, but now I'm aware of the 1, 5, and 4 progression and that sound quality. So E flat, this is the one, and I'm telling myself, ooh, so cool. And then D in the bass, this is B flat, the 5 first inversion, and then C in the bass, and this is A flat major first inversion. Do, do. Cool. Okay, so now I'm listening to it, so I'm starting to open my ears, and I also want to open my heart. So I want to, in that sense, I know it sounds kind of like almost funny, but I really want to open my heart to the sounds and allow the feeling of whatever you feel when you hear it come out. Because this is where music is happening, right? It's hard to articulate what we feel when you hear these beautiful sounds. So I want you to try and articulate to yourself in words or in colors or in whatever it is. So when you meet this B flat first inversion, 5 first inversion to A flat first inversion, you might again recognize them in the street. So it's very important for us to open our hearts to feel those sounds. Now, this progression sounds almost cool, but there is no real rhythm that I'm playing. So if I would play this progression in a show or kind of make it a little more songy, so I would try to potentially add another note, and this is the 7th here. So I'm gonna add this note D to, instead of E flat major, to play E flat major 7. And then instead of B flat first inversion, I'm gonna do B flat first inversion with the C here. So this is B flat first inversion with a 9, and then the same thing here. So I have a more lushy sound. So again, if it's hard shapes, you're not comfortable with these sounds, you slow it down. Slow it the hell down. 1, then B flat, 2, 3, 4 to A flat. 1, 2. You can play with me or just listen. 4, back. 2, top. So E flat, 2, 3. Feel the sound. And B flat with the 9, first inversion. 3, 4, 2, A flat, first inversion. And back. Okay, so we have the shapes, but now I want to add a little bit of rhythm. what I did here, a little hammer on, and I also added the top note as B flat. Then I went to this chord and I capped this note B flat because I thought it's a nice melody. Then E flat here, the E flat is the top note. And then I just did a little embellishment that's coming from the C minor pentatonic, playing double stop, so 2 notes at a time. Again, very slow. So you see how slowly I'm building this little piece of music to be more interesting and more vibey. Next step, I'm going to add the drum groove. 1 second. All right, so you see the process. You see how I'm approaching this little piece of information, and this is sort of like how you want to approach new information. Hitting beat 1, visualizing the information, understanding it, hearing it, seeing it, and then feeling it, opening your heart. Whether it's shell chords, 7 chords, bar chord, whatever it is, this really works and will save you a lot of time. This is why I'm here. So thanks again for hanging out. Thanks for checking it out. Please drop a comment. Let me know if this helped. I really want to know. And I'll see you guys very soon. Peace out.